Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Zach, otherwise known as Pulpy Syntax, and today's been a pretty good day in Pulpy land. Actually been really good. Got a lot of work done today, went for a walk this morning, went for a walk on the way home, didn't get any skating in, but that's okay. Now, currently home, gonna do this react and then go and cook dinner. Guys, guess what I'm having? If you guessed chicken and broccoli, you're right. So I'm looking forward to that. Today's been a lot. Yesterday was a lot. My apologies for my absence yesterday, but editing Zach was having none of my shenanigans. Guys, we need to talk about Foodie Beauty. Foodie Beauty's gone. The Chantal Show is back. So buttons. We need to have a conversation. There's so much. There's so much. Some may say there's too much. I say there's too much and there's not enough. Today we'll be reacting to Miss Foodie Beauty, Miss Chantal Marie, Miss Chantal Show. We'll be reacting to 2 lives from the last couple of days. We'll be reacting to Big Girls Are Easy ? Which was streamed a day ago. And then Dinner Ghosts, which was streamed about 6 hours ago at time of recording. I have quite a number of things to say across these lives, particularly because I haven't had to sit through them a third or fourth time to edit them down, so they do remain a little bit fresh. Hopefully my reactions will be a little bit more high energy. I do understand my previous few reactions have been a bit low. I do apologize. I want to bring some energy to today, so hopefully that happens. Lots has been happening. Just in regards to the YouTube platform, I'm very confused. I don't understand what's going on. I can't follow any of the narratives. There have been like 14 people introduced as side characters via Tinder. I still need to figure out a way to categorize the individuals that she mentions in that way. But we here in this little corner of the internet are putting names, fake names, character names, and associating them and kind of trying to build stories around them. And my God, Chantal is not. This is real content. That's been happening. There's been a lot of walks over the last couple of days, which is great. It's great to see someone out and, enjoying the sunshine, getting their mobility in. Great. Probably not the best idea to follow it up with like trips to ice cream, even when they're shut, or just like hitting the chips and gravy. But health ? Fuck it. It will come up in the next couple of videos, and that's fine. So I guess with all of that prefaced, let's get into the video. Okay, so this is Big Girls Are Easy ? From a day ago. We are sped up to 1.5 times speed because, well, And here we go!
Really, Aubrey? So I changed my name to the Chantal Show.
Yes.
I want you guys to be patient with me. I know a lot of you like the recorded videos, and a lot of you love the live streams. I'm addicted to the live streams because hi, Cat Queen.
Lot to unpack in that in that first 5-second moment. Yes, the name change is very confusing. I don't need to tell everyone who watches that she does this often. She does this very often, and it's very confusing. It throws the algorithm off, and algorithm and the YouTube-ness of it all aside, it throws the audience off a little bit, to be fair. I do try to come at both Foodie and Amber with from different mindsets, from a production aspect, from a engagement on YouTube aspect, from a general audience aspect, from a let's take this all as truth, let's question everything, let's be cynical. I lots of different points of reference that you can come at this content from, because it is ultimately on a public platform. And the way I always remember speaking about content or thinking about content is that this might be someone's first time watching Chantal. So what is the messaging look like? What's the vibe like? What message are you conveying to your audience members who have been here for 4 years versus been here for a year versus are brand new? Yeah, so name changes are very confusing. Name changes are specifically confusing when you change the channel title or channel name, but then don't change your banner to update against that. So ultimately that's confusing. The banner reads Foodie Beauty. The Instagram is Foodie Beauty Official. The channel name is the Chantal Show. So I mean, I'm a little confused as to where we are. I'm confused as to what we're going to be getting. The call for patience is the thing for me, specifically because Chantal calls for patience from her audience for a real long time, and for a lot of us who just want to see people do better, patience unfortunately runs out. Sympathy and empathy unfortunately run out. Those wells run dry, and like, you can only cheer for someone for so long. Again, the walking in nature, great, love that. The eating deep fried shit afterwards, less great. The real problematic live streams, which we will get into towards the end of this, real not great. But anyway.
Thank you, Princess Baby. If I didn't say hi to you, I'll say hi to you in a minute. I want to get this all out. So, I'm reinventing my channel. It's going to be a little bit of a process. I want to have my own, like, show. Like, I've always wanted to have my own show. And
she's been speaking about this for a couple of days now. Just to update anyone who's not keeping track of the 6 to 8 hours worth of mind-numbing content every day, she's been speaking about, you know, wouldn't it be great to have like a bachelor or a bachelorette with big individuals? Wouldn't it be great if like I could have my own show? And TLC, someone write to TLC and say Foodie Beauty's got a great idea for a show. Look, we've been over this before. Your channel is your channel. You get to choose what you put out. You get to choose the amount of production behind it. She has always wanted her show, and this is it. And I stand by the fact that she has wanted to be... I have previously thought from Chantal that she wants to be the focus, wants to be the center of the attention. That's what, you know, the YouTube is good for, because with vlogs, with weight loss, with mukbangs, everything is kind of, well, maybe less with mukbangs, but a lot of the attention is on you as a content creator. So, I mean, it works out. I'll be real interested to see how she's thinking of taking her channel and making it a show, and how that's different to what we've been experiencing over the last few months and even the last couple of years. But we'll see.
You know, it's not just about food. It's you know, it's really not even really about food that much anymore. There will be food. Obviously, I still eat on camera with you guys, but I want it to be more of like... Every day. She eats on camera with her audience every day. Sometimes I forget that because we haven't been getting the produced mukbangs, which, again, is not for me. The sitting and eating with your audience is a thing to talk about, though, because over the last week or so, it has been more and more apparent, because I am not a professional, but it has been more and more apparent that perhaps there is an element of reliance when it comes to company companionship, social engagement. And Foodie doesn't seem to have that in her real life. So by facilitating those relationships and connections via her online platform, I am supremely interested in this dynamic, because I don't think it's a common dynamic to see content creator relying on companionship from audience members. I don't know. I don't get it. A reality show of my life almost, you know? I'm going through a lot of changes. I'm going to be going through more changes.
Sure.
And I will do some vlogs as well.
Love to see it. I've been clamoring for God, give me a vlog. Please, just give me something edited, something produced, something structured. Structure is the big thing that I've been missing from a lot of Foodie's content, right? The hours of inane conversation that cycles in on itself is ridiculous. If I had more hours in the day, I would love to go back through Foodie's content and just pull out, like, just the Tinder chat, or just the discussions about Nicholas, for instance, because Editing Zach did do a little bit of that. But it's just wild that hours of bandwidth are taken up with the same talking points continuously. I do recognize that as ironic, me saying it, because I continue to come at these reactions with very similar, if not the same, talking points, discussions, examples, yada yada. I get it. But, like, I would like a vlog. As an audience member who continues to watch Chantal and is interested in unpacking just what the point of it all is, I would love a vlog.
But whenever I don't live stream, and hi Dissolve, plain cheeseburger, and I don't get to talk to you guys, hi Mike, it's stuck in the Pringles can, and I just really miss you guys, you know, like I really do.
So I titled this Big Girls Are Easy because I was thinking a lot about the Tinder situation and hooking up and things like that. And I'm starting to wonder if that's true. You know how they always say, you hear the stereotype that bigger girls, they have low self-esteem. So lower self-esteem and they don't get as many boys, so they don't have much of a choice. So they're easier, right? Do you guys think that's true?
I can't really speak on this topic because I've got no experience with like either end of this discussion. I can speak on I guess I can speak on my experience because this is look, Foodie has been talking a lot about online dating for the last however many weeks. It feels like years. So every like anecdote that I can speak on is to my own experience with online dating as a gay man, right? I've been doing it for a while. You know, with some long-term dating sporadically thrown in there. But I've been doing it for a while. So the only perspective I can really offer to this is, as a bigger individual, did I consider myself like that?
I wonder if some men think of us that way. Hi, Chris. Hi, Keon and Mimi Link, Coco Love.
Right. Remembered where I was. Speaking on this topic, I was a bigger individual who used online dating. Did I consider myself like easy? I don't know. I didn't really like that's a really like personal and hard question to unpack. I don't know. I think my youth made me more eager and more prone to poor decisions, and prone to jumping the gun a lot of the time when it came to like meeting up or hooking up with individuals online. I think like as I matured, I was still big obviously in my late 20s and earlier 30s, but I don't know. My level of maturity definitely increased, and I suppose alongside that a level of self-worth. Perhaps it was more self-awareness in my case. Again, only speaking on my own kind of like reflections of experience. But thank you for the talking point, Foodie.
See the shift in your channel. Yeah, so hi, Lily Rose. I'm big and I'm pretty damn easy. And hi, Danielle. Eggy Toast is blocked? Oh no, I was wondering why Eggy Toast wasn't here. Okay, when I reinvent my channel, I need to really think about this mod situation. I don't know who's permanently blocking people. It might have been...
Curiously, and just come to mind, would it be better if Chantal just makes a new channel? And would that be on the cards? Because if you were investigatively minded, you might look at the last couple of weeks worth of live streams, like I have, kind of break down the numbers and figure it all out. Because if you have, Chantal has 80,000 subscribers. If your live streams and even your produced content, for instance, the Time Warp was released 21 days ago, and it has less than 25,000 views. So I'm not saying that view count is bad. I'm just saying in relation to your subscriber count, it is a percentage. It is a fraction. So at this point, I don't know whether or not you would just want to make a secondary channel now. I think that, I don't know, this changing back and forth and continuing to attempt a redesign of a channel, a reformatting of the channel. I don't know. I think you'd be better off taking all your true loyal fans over to a secondary channel, doing all your lives over there, and then doing your filmed and produced content here. I don't know whether or not Foodie is just trying to justify to herself the fact that she doesn't need to do produced content anymore. Because in all honesty, she doesn't. If she's wanting to spend 6 hours a day on a live stream, hanging out with her audience, who are now her friends, according to Foodie, if that's what she wants to do, the ad revenue, I think, will take care of itself. It obviously isn't to the level of the produced content, but if you're happier spending 6 hours of your day staring at a camera screen reading the chat as opposed to actually creating content, then that's entirely your choice. And I think it comes down to how much effort you're willing to put into your content and what you want your channel to be. I think it's just a waste of a larger platform if that's the route you choose, because it's quite obvious that all of your subscribers are not watching you at this point. So anyway, just something to think
The
about.
troll mod I had, I don't know, but we're gonna have to tell her to email me the link to her channel. If you're blocked, email me the link to the channel. I will get to it. I will unblock you. I'm gonna pay more attention to that because I don't want people blocked. Like, you don't have to block people unless they're seriously spamming, if they're racist, if they're really being really offensive to other people. Like, I don't even care what people think about me anymore. Honestly, I don't. So it's just to make people feel comfortable when they come in here. I don't want it to be overrun with negativity, but at the same time, it is YouTube.
It is also your platform that you have cultivated in this fashion. Cool. Here's the thing. This conversation is to have with your mods in private, I think. It's probably not a conversation to try to have on your platform where you have 1,000 people watching you sit in your car drinking your coffee. I look, if you have to pull a mod up for something, probably best to have the discussion in private and not to stir the pot within your own chat, essentially. But, whatever.
So eggy toast is toast. Brad, shut up. Krista! I have enough mods for now. I definitely have enough mods for now. Big girls aren't easy, just like some skinny girls aren't easy. Yeah, it depends on the person, but I think that sometimes men have that perception maybe that a bigger girl will be easier to get in some respects, it's just like... Anyway, so some developments in my love life.
Strap in.
I guess it would be lack of love life, yeah, for sure. I think I'm cool. I'm totally over this fucking Nicholas guy. Like, he can suck my fat dick.
Sounds like she's cool with it.
I'm not even mad. Whatever. He didn't like me. I mean, I block people all the time, right? I actually blocked Danielle. I miss you. Yeah, eggy toast is you're beezing and boozing. So I'm gonna chill out. Like, I think that men, and this is a stereotype too, but it does. I would say, especially on Tinder, Plenty of Fish. I really reevaluated. I really was like thinking about it, and I'm like, no, I don't want a relationship right now. I'm going through a lot of changes. I don't have time for one.
Oh my God, make up your mind, please. Please make up your mind. The last week worth of discussion has been, I want a relationship. I don't want a relationship. I want to fuck Betty. No, I get too attached too quickly. Oh no, we're in the middle of Panera. Like, oh, probably should look after myself first. Oh my God. Just pick one. Pick a method. Stick with it. Please. So we can stop hearing about it.
I just need the time for myself. And
yes, I agree.
Everything else.
I agree with this, right? I agree. March 2020, when everything started going down, when, like, I really started to take everything seriously in regards to my health, I also said, I'm not going to find validation in other people. I'm not going to rely on the attention of other people, because in March of 2020, we were kind of all in a discussion of, like, well, what happens if we have to isolate? What happens if we have to stay home? What happens if, like, we don't get to see other people or interact with other people for an amount of time? A lot of people probably didn't predict that would continue through to where we are now. But in that whole discussion, I needed to sit down and have a very adult conversation with myself to say, you stop. You just need to stop finding validation in other people's perception of you. Stop relying on other people's attention and just focus on yourself. Do yourself a favor and go out and be your best self, and don't rely on, like, anything from anybody else, because it's not what you need. You shouldn't, for me at least. I had a lot of issue gaining joy from other people's attention, and whether or not that was negative or positive, again, we've had discussions previously in my past where I was a little bit grumpy and angry. There was a sense of validation in, if other people hear my anger and frustration, I am validated. I am valid because other people hear me. I had to change the perception of that, because for me, it wasn't a very healthy thing to basically reward my anger with the good feelings of people notice me, people, my existence is valid. Your existence is valid regardless of what other people have to say or think. For me, I didn't learn that lesson until, again, 2020 happened. But anyway.
So what happened was I came to the realization that's what I don't want. I don't want a relationship, even though I think that I do. That's not what I'm seeking. I think I was seeking a lot of validation from outside sources when it has to come from me. And I'm going through that where it's like my whole life I've never truly accepted myself. I've never really loved myself in the right way. And
learn to do
I would abuse my body. I would abuse myself as a way of, like, I don't know, like just punishing myself, you know, and just like denying that. So all that to say, I don't want a relationship right now like I had with BB or Pete or whatever. But I think some sexual activity would be fun, and like down the.
This is just me speaking from an audience perspective of Chantal. I don't think it's what she needs, purely because of how quickly and overtly attached she has shown her character to be. This is not me, like, trying to talk shit on anyone, but from the hours of Nicholas talk that Editing Zach has been through, I don't think Chantal is able to detach sexual activities and the emotional, like, connection. I just don't think so, because, like, well, we've all been here. We've been listening to it. Again, not a professional, have no idea, but from an audience perception, I don't think this is an avenue that Chantal should go down, because it seems like she just gets attached to people really quickly. But
fine, if it happens.
That's all.
So, guess who messaged me today? So, I know there's a lot of guys I've been talking about. We have code names for them. So the one guy I've been...
We also have names for them, because Foodie gets real confused with her, like with her stories and narrative in general. So we've come up with some as well.
Talking to since day one. Like, this guy messaged me, like, from day one. And it's the Andreas, Donkey Kong Dubai. No, was it Donkey Kong Dubai? Yeah, the donkey wiener. Sorry. Okay. Hi, Shirley Best. Sabra, Mr. Bacon Lover. What happened? Did I miss you guys? Hi, Death Valley. You said the last time when you caught feelings. What, Kira? Little Nitty.
Sure,
Hi,
did.
Sophie. Most females have hoe days. It's just more noticeable. True, Lucy Lou. No, not double S Jess. I love double S Jess. I'm hyper. Okay. I don't hate you when I am Sarah. I love you. Hi, Living Life with Serenity. Aspires. Kimberly. Donkey Kong Dubai guy. That's the guy. So,
I think we called him David. Did we call him? Let me check my notes. Yes, we did settle on David. David from Dubai. We are a really big fan of, well, we are very big fans of alliteration here at Pulpy Syntax. So to keep things easy, when she speaks of the gentleman from Dubai, David from Dubai, it
turns out we never hooked up. We just talked about it. But he's really he's good looking. Oh my God. Woo!
Sure.
And he is packing, like the biggest one I've seen. So.
Also, Chantal has a lot of adult conversations just through the day and night, well into the night. We'll talk about it in a bit. A lot of adult conversations, and she's slowly recognizing when themes that she discusses should be behind an adult warning and should not be. Look, po body's perfect, right? So she's getting there, but a lot of the chat is sexual and adult in nature, I think. But
anyways,
that's a curious thing to talk about.
We've been messaging back and forth, and it's totally chill with this guy. I don't feel that way that I did about Nicholas. I don't have that. I have a chemistry with this person, but not, and he's very, like, well-spoken and intelligent, and we can actually talk. Like, he's funny. Like, he makes me laugh a bit. And he eventually down the line, I'd maybe, like he keeps asking me, like, let's get together. But I don't think that I would get attached to this person. Like, I just don't feel it. Other than really enjoying time with them sexually,
You have never spent time with them yet. You don't know what to expect from a sexual encounter with David from Dubai. So, what is this story? But he's real funny. Okay, cool.
Like, sexercise? Because, yeah, it is COVID, especially during COVID. I don't want to, like, sleep around, But
a funny thing to recognize a week into talking about Tinder hookups.
I do that. Guess who messaged me? Just guess who messaged me.
Oh.
It was Super Mario. Do you remember Super Mario?
We call him Abraham because he has a lot of abs, according to Chantal. It was Abraham was the actual name, but Abraham.
The, like, original super hot Italian guy, and with, like, the friggin' 8-pack of abs, like,
there it is.
Perfect. Just, like, physically perfect. Other than that, not so much. But hi, Sonia. The big bum. I'm not sure. Yes, the big bum guy. I'm kind of wired on espresso. So, Salami. No, not Salami. He's history. He's a weirdo. Frig. You need to date a therapist. Could you imagine? There's, like, no one here. I get.
Maybe not date one, but possibly go and speak to one, Chantal. That's probably good advice.
Whole park to myself. So,
Buttons.
salami guy. No, Super Mario.
Abraham.
Oh, he's so hot. He's probably the hottest one. He's just like amazingly hot, like every way. His bum is all muscular.
Just Foodie Beauty is what I signed up for when I was out looking for a YouTube channel that objectifies people. Yeah, real big on that.
He's got.
Was really expecting that. Mukbangs, vlogs, weight loss, objectification of individuals.
So, I was thinking maybe I could just ride his abs for an hour. No, I'm just kidding. Get a workout. I'm sorry, I'm being so dirty and silly. But
You're
it's
not
just
sorry.
like, oh, anyways, he messaged me and he's like, I can't stop thinking about your big bum. I'm just an ass. I'm just a big ass to him, basically. That's it. He wants to shove his head inside of it. Whatever he wants to do to it. He loves big asses. So it would be one of those, like, I don't know, pump and dump, face down, ass up situations. I don't know. Maybe he's like a good lover. I don't know. Like, he's weird. Like, he's very cold, but then he'll message me and be like, he'll put like XO, like hugs and kiss. He has.
This is why like tone and intent is a really hard thing to get across in text language, in written language. Because again, the expectations here are, what's it going to be? Is it going to just be like a casual thing? Is it going to be a one-off thing? Is it going to be hugs and kisses? Who knows? We don't know. She's telling us. We don't know.
Younger than me. Not too much, but so I'm just like, he was like really like, I can host, my roommate's gone, and I'm just like, oh well, keep me in mind, but right now is not really a good time. Too pump chump. Of course, most of them, okay, a lot of them are catfish, but this one guy, I videoed with him. It is him. Okay. So I did see him. I talked to him on the phone. I did a quick video with him. I did see his face. It was mostly down there, but I did see it. And he's just, oh man, he's so beautiful. I honestly, like, if I sleep with this guy, we're gonna need life jackets. So gross. Okay.
Foodie Beauty. Now the Chantal Show. All right.
Anyways. Hi, Lewis. Thank you. Can you talk about something other than men? I'm trying. Leave me alone.
A vlog would be nice. Heck, I would take a cook with me. A mukbang if necessary, and we do get into a mukbang in a little bit. But, like, I miss recipes, as fun as they were. I miss them because there was a lot less of this chat. I miss recipes and I miss vlogs. Now, I'm a sad audience member because the thing that I enjoyed has been taken away.
Okay, so. Down where? Down there. Liza Minnelli. Slip and slide. He said put his head in it. He said he wants to bury his face in between my cheeks and toss the salad. Remember I told you he's gross. I was just like, no.
This starts an interesting discussion and theme of storytelling, okay? As an audience, right, I would like us all to unpack, because I also need to unpack my own thoughts and feelings about this. Story times have never sat particularly well with me, specifically when story times are framed in this is a thing that happened to me, but I'm telling someone else's story, right? In this same kind of sphere, I don't know how hearing about your discussion with another individual makes me feel as content. Because the discussion you're having with another individual is not prefaced with the consent that the story will be told on a public platform such as this, right? I don't have intimate discussions with individuals and then bring them to my channel to then announce them to a public platform. I have a modicum of respect for I have respect for everybody who I have a discussion with, regardless of whether or not they're good or bad discussions, to not air that dirty laundry, especially when it comes to the more private aspects of it, right? Aspects. Very immature today. So I don't know. That's something that I will need to go away and unpack. I don't feel super comfortable with it. Some people might not care. Some people might find issue with it. I don't know where I sit with it. It's just something I wouldn't do, right? specifically in the realm of discussions about intercourse, intimacy, sexual relations. If I'm having a discussion of that theme with another individual, I am not going to assume that that individual will then go and broadcast it to 1,000 people on a live stream. Again, there are elements of anonymity to it. In Chantal's case, we don't know who this person is. So ultimately, it doesn't really affect them all that much. Just an interesting thing, I think, to think about and probably discuss down in the comments below in regards to you're an audience member, how does this make you feel? And it becomes supremely relevant in the latest live stream which she went on, which we won't be covering, but we will talk about in the next piece of content.
He's going to regret that. But anyway,
this is yesterday.
I don't know. He's obsessed with ass.
We've got to catch up for today.
Better shave. Yeah. Marina, did I miss Gina? No salad, darling. We've come out of lockdown. Woo! Yes, Diane. This is not 18 plus, so we have to keep it. We have to euphemize and be PG. Thanks, Dax. Toss it all. I have the lube. Kristen Michelle, the salad bar is closed. I'm not shaving anything, so I'm gonna tell him sorry I didn't wax my butt. How am I supposed to wax my own ass, anyways? You know, how am I supposed to do that? Don't fart on him. Car seat warmer on warming up the groceries on your way over. Some guys love hair. No, he wanted me to wax all the hair. He was like, I'll eat it for like an hour, but you have to shave down. You have to wax no hair at all. I'm just like, what? No, that's not happening. I told him too. I'm like, normal, doing it, and that's it. Nipple hair extraordinaire. That's the thing. What if? Could you imagine? Like, how could anybody do that? Like, what if you fart or have leftover poo? I don't know. Like, just, I guess you would have to do it right out of the shower. Like, just right out of the shower. You know?
I mean, there's lots of advice that we could collectively give to Foodie. I'd really rather just not have this conversation. Again, Chantal needs a good Judy who she can go to with all of these questions, not her platform of thousands. Because
all right, I'm gross. Let's just talk about something else.
With me.
That's true. I can't wax during COVID. Shower, don't poo beforehand. Hi, Harmony! Please stop. I beg you. Sorry, guys. Okay, so.
Buttons.
Girl, buy a bidet. I know I need one. Nails, hair, lips, hips.
Right. I cut off the end of that because, oh my god. So then there was a walking up the hill. Again, I've said it a couple of times. Well done. Mobility, outside, fresh air. What is happening with the content? Oh my god. Now that that's over, we're going to be jumping into Dinner Ghosts, which was streamed, again, 6 hours at time of recording ago. A lot has happened today in the Chantal Show universe. And we'll be talking about a 2.5 hour live stream that finished 3 hours ago. I won't be reacting to that live stream because for me, it's starting to get very uncomfortable reacting to Chantal while she's on gummies and THC. It's getting really quite uncomfortable to the point where watching an individual be high as butts is not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun, and it doesn't make me feel good. And unpacking that content, there's nothing for me to unpack because it's cyclical conversations. A lot of the time it's bare coherency. And so much so that over the last 2 nights, the chat, at least Chantal's chat has, again, I don't spend a lot of time in there. I just see it now and then. Like, a lot of her audience have been vocally concerned that, like, hey, you're real high, go to bed. So there's not a lot of fun in any of that. Instead, we'll be looking at this mukbang, unfortunately, and we'll be talking about shenanigans that occurred later in the evening as well.
This is not going to work.
I don't know if she brings it up because I haven't really watched this. I don't know if she brings it up in this clip, but she had gone for her walk again today and then went for a drive to a cemetery and is now eating chicken and fries. So that's where we're at. From Louis.
Hit to be square. Hi, guys.
Hello, Chantal.
I got a chicken finger platter from Louis.
Yep.
Comes with honey, gravy.
I'll say this, right? Because she has mentioned recently that she will likely do another weigh-in between the 20th and the 30th. I can't remember the specific dates, the 20-something. She'll do that. Now, I don't care about the weight, right? Weight is a number, and I have very little reference in regards to Chantal's, existence in regards to that weight. My prediction, however, is that, the quantity of food, the number of calories that are being consumed seem smaller than they have been previously. Will there be weight loss? Potentially. Yeah. What do I think about the quality of the food? That's a much bigger question, and who boy do I have opinions on it. Because eating fried crap every single day, Mary, come on. I understand you're only going to eat half of this. Probably. Because this looks honestly like a family share platter. You're probably only going to eat half of this, and that's great. But if you're getting all of your energy and nutrients from deep fried crap, from carbohydrates, your pancreas and liver probably have some things to say, especially considering the narrative of health that we have been continuing on for years, but specifically at this point over the last 4 months.
Yee. Here's the chicken fingers. Wait. They're all buried under the... They're pretty small. That's good. Yum!
That's all kinds of beige.
Hi, guys!
So, not a bit of green inside.
I'll let you know now that I'm saying hi to you. And my favorite part, the bun.
I like this top, though.
Let's have some bun and gravy.
Oh, a bun as well. Bread, too. Bread, fries...
My favorite.
And...
Always gravy.
Battered chicken.
It's
beige rainbow out there.
So this is liquid honey. It's messy as hell. Oh my god.
Is it a biscuit? Not bread. Is it a biscuit or bread? Great. Yeah.
Bye.
Cool. At least there's a
Hi, Joe.
element of protein in there, so I can't be all mad.
I don't know about going to that cemetery. I'm scared.
I thought you were there already.
Hi, living life.
Also found out today that in the 19th century in America, picnics in cemeteries was kind of it was a fad, but it was a thing that happened. That was surprising. Google's amazing.
What are you doing here, miss? I'm just eating. Hi, spinster. My doors are locked, yeah.
I don't like the earrings. I like the top.
I got an extra gravy.
The makeup I can't see.
Yeah, I got chicken tenders.
And the food looks awful.
They're really good. Hi, Sinsley.
Are they?
Hey, Nation! Hi!
Salt and fat. Delicious. We are sped up, by the way. I'm sure I mentioned that.
Lewis. Are you okay, Lewis? I'm worried about you. You're my little beezer. It's dark.
It is very dark.
Should we go to the cemetery in the pitch black?
Probably not.
Probably so many bugs. Hi, Brad. Hi, Annie. Crystal, Tammy, Victoria. Lewis is misbehaving. Lewis. Hi, Jill Melly. I wish I was playing Mario Kart with you guys.
Mukbangs really are the worst, aren't they? I know this isn't this is a zero production level mukbang. We're not calling it anything else. The language is stuck. This is just a zero quality mukbang. No food review. Just eating chicken and chips. We saw it.
We're eating chicken finger. We're beezing.
Yeah.
With gravy.
Because fuck our liver, right? Again, a reminder to everybody, because I continue to forget about it as well. Severe extreme non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. I would like to know what's going on with that plot point, because at this stage it is a plot point. It got mentioned a couple of times and never again. I would like some clarity, because even if it's just an update of I went to the doctors again and they measured it again and it's shrinking, I'd be like, heck yeah, awesome. I mean, still probably address the relationship you have with this type of food, but like at least the numbers look better? Question mark? But we don't know. We don't know that to be true. So who knows? Frustrating.
Hi, Michelle Barron-Smith. How are you?
It's like in a soap opera when they just like keep a storyline for too long. Like your audience eventually gets frustrated 20 episodes in when, you know, the big reveal doesn't happen. I would like the big reveal.
Look how short and chubby they are, just like me. I'm short and chubby. Chantal Vision?
Oh God.
That's me.
Like WandaVision, but Chantal. Excellent. Just what we need. Actually, wouldn't be mad at that idea for a time warp. Again, produced content, actually having some structure, not editing Zach having to go through 6 hours worth of live content, but like a nice, neat little like 20-minute package. I think that would be cool. You could do Chantal Vision and cook from like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2010s. Do a menu. Again, not a big fan of the mukbangs, but at least in that context, you would bring an element of like production value, an element of like worth to the content, because you'd be busy putting your own time into it, that it would be a higher quality than this. I would enjoy that.
Wait.
I would enjoy that very much.
Oh my God. There's so many chicken fingers under here.
Great.
A lot.
Protein. Love it. I mean,
Hi, 0716.
it's battered and fried, so not great.
Are we sharing or not? Nah. They give you like a lot.
What's going on? Oh, we're just eating. That's it.
You love chicken tenders?
Oh God, I don't
They're
care.
good. Oh, yes.
Cool.
I actually like the bun.
The hell is
The
that?
best.
Oh, bun.
Bun of...
Oh, the bread goes underneath to soak up all the oil. Right. Yeah. Can't let that go to waste.
for fries. I'm just going to eat the bun, not the fries anymore.
Yeah, the oil-soaked buns. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. Just like...
Chickens don't have fingers? That's true. It's from Louis. They have the best chicken finger platter.
And the best poutine, apparently.
Thank you, Michelle Barron-Smith, proud of the exercises.
I'm sure I know like half of Louis' menu by this point.
Hi, Food Taster. Hi, Lamira. They're suspending... Oh, yeah. Which shot is it? I don't remember.
Feel free to read out the questions or comments in the chat.
No, you guys don't have Louis. This is a...
No, just do
Local.
engage. No.
Didn't you get the Johnson & Johnson one, Annie?
Right, it's the vaccine. Okay. Haven't been keeping up with the news, so I'm getting it from Chantal.
Chicken finger
Oh boy,
platter.
that's dangerous. Whew.
I'm full. They give you so much food.
They did, and what a fucking waste. What are you going to do, throw that out? Like, could you have asked for a half portion? Could you have ordered something that wasn't a family share box? Allegedly, I don't know if that's a family share box, but she called it a platter. When I hear platter, I think share.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah,
Are
wow.
you like... I gotta wash my hand with the... Oh, it's so peaceful out here. Why would they give it to you then? Like, Annie, you know what I mean? Like...
That was a strange interaction. Foodie, please purchase yourself some just like hand wipes, some hand towels, some moist towelettes. Just something to like clean your hands down after that instead of like pouring water over them outside of your door. I know it seems like a nitpick and it's not really. I don't care. But like, yeah, just get some like, just get some hand towels, some serviettes. That would be a much nicer, and I think it would feel a lot more clean than just water and toilet paper. But, okay.
That's so frustrating. That's annoying. We'll be positive. You'll be all right. you know. Heartburn City, here I come.
Excuse you.
How many
I
chicken
helped
fingers did I
out.
have?
Also, a reminder to everybody, water is easily accessible outside of plastic bottle form. So if you have the means to carry around a thermos, a water bottle, something that is not going to end up in a turtle's stomach, feel free to remind yourself of that today.
You know what I realize?
I do. I have like 3
Yeah, you'll be
tumblers.
okay.
It's great.
Pepto-Bismol vibes. Sorry, I'm picking my nose. Whoever's grossed out by that.
I mean, we're all kind
Yeah,
of
that
used
was
to it at this point, I
that was
think.
good though. I'm beezing.
You bees a lot more after this.
Really, Eric?
You
I'm
really
okay, Keon.
do.
Can't wait for ramen. Do you guys think I ate too much of that? I think I'm okay. I'm not meeting a guy tonight. I don't feel like going home, showering.
Why?
He wants me to go over tomorrow at like
Excuse
4
you.
and have some shots. Like what? He's like, "What do you want to drink?" I'm like, "I don't know." Yeah, that sounds good, Victoria. Actually,
I wonder what story we're going to get tomorrow. Probably a story about boys. I think that's a safe bet. We'll see.
I know the lighting is really bad.
Probably not a vlog.
You know what
Maybe a
the thing is?
mukbang.
Also, I don't have a flashlight, so it's way too dark. I can't even see. Like, I'm not going.
Probably not best to walk around a cemetery in the middle of the night
Did I tell you about the new guy, Victoria?
with a
What
live
was his
stream.
nickname? Mr. Nice. He's a Moroccan guy from Belgium.
Oh, we had a name for this as well.
Hi, Kara. He's. I'm not gonna have to poo-poo. I don't know, anti-fairy tale. Maybe I will. I can't keep up with all the guys. Steak fajitas, yeah,
No,
Marissa.
no, take that comment seriously. You can't keep up with all the guys because you keep telling stories about these people in a really fucking unscheduled, unstructured format, right? I would be less pressed about telling tales of interactions with the consent of the individual knowing that it may be on a platform. I'll feel less pressed about it. I'm not really that pressed. It's just like production cap, Zach. If these were in vlog format or story time format, and not the expectation of your audience shouldn't be you have to sit through 6 to 7 to 8 hours to follow the thread of the narrative, to follow these side characters, to follow all of this stuff. Like, honestly, it's a really hard expectation for your audience. But then again, I think Chantal is seeing more and more that her true and loyal fans are the majority of her audience in her mind, and they're always there. They're always there. It's always the same people. She continuously recognizes the same mods and the same people in her chat, which is fine to have relationships like on that level, but more and more it's just curiously getting to the point of like, well, these people are the ones invested in Chantal's lives as well as the reaction channels, because we have to try and string this patchwork of story together. And ultimately it gets boring and frustrating. And if I were an audience member who signed on to see, again, mukbangs, vlogs, reactions, like, I would be switching off real quick as soon as I was on, the 7th day straight of talking about the interactions I have with others on Tinder.
I'm not afraid of the dark. Hey, Amanda Merlin, shame on you if you go poo-poo. Don't you hate when you use Tinder and all the hot guys are like miles away? Yeah, fucking right. Hi, clandestine. I'm so sorry. You should do shots of Fireball with him. My single yes. I think he's. I don't know. It's just really awkward, like hanging out with someone you don't know. Like, what are we gonna talk about? What are we?
Where has this concern been when you have met up with internet strangers of the past? Nicholas and allegedly and Frank. So
you gonna do?
Talk.
You know?
I don't know. Acknowledge the fact that you're in 2021 and that you're potentially in breach of community health guidelines. I don't know. I haven't checked. But, like, that part.
Crab legs, yum. Hi, Heidi ho. Bonk in the cemetery. I haven't ordered my shoes yet. I got a shop for someone lying there. I don't think he wants to talk, Chantal. You think? Like, I don't know. I don't want to go over just for that. It's like, maybe he said he was just looking for friends. Yeah, he's a new guy.
Didn't Chantal just say she was only looking for sexercise, essentially? I feel all types of ways about how confusing what Chantal wants has become. I can't track it, and I spend quite a lot of time listening to Chantal. It's coming to the point where, like, I don't believe anything she says now. But it's honestly coming to the point where I would not be surprised if her audience falls quite harshly in both views and subs. Because, well, maybe not subs, because I think most of them would have unsubscribed by this point. But her views already, like, are not looking the way they used to look. So, yeah, it's just it's an interesting thing. Like, not acknowledging the fact that the content you're producing is not like what your audience wants to see, essentially. But then again, the time warp was, teased for months on end, and the actual, like, view numbers on that weren't stellar. So I don't know.
A new guy.
I don't know what the
I started
answer
talking to him
is.
yesterday. He's really nice. He's Moroccan. He comes from Belgium. He's a university student.
We have called this individual Belgiuman, so like Benjamin, but B-E-L instead of B-E-N. Again, just on this corner of the internet, purely for narrative purposes. We don't know any of these individuals, and they do have a modicum of anonymity here, but for now, oof, that live stream. But yes, Belgiuman.
He lives by himself.
Come to.
And he's super nice, like super, super nice. I started calling him Mr. Nice, and it made him laugh.
Not calling him that.
Friends with benefits. Well, I'm okay with that,
Are you?
So I might be getting some sexercise.
There it is.
He didn't show his appendage, no.
Recognized it. How much
He's
chat are
not
you?
That young.
I was just going to say how much chat has she got on this topic, because I'll start addressing it now and we'll pick up the pace. In the 2-hour and 40-minute live stream that Chantal finished this day with, which is still currently up, she was speaking to who I believe to be Belgiuman through voice notes. And they were exchanging voice notes, and it was all cute. Until she started putting those voice notes on speakerphone and showing both her chat and, by proxy, the extended platform, those voice notes. And by showing, I mean, well, showcasing, so people were listening. She did that a couple of times. She did that a couple of times. She released what an individual may assume to be inclined for private ears only. Just started broadcasting audio notes from a gentleman she met on a dating site. Now, the particular grievance that I have with that is consent, right? It sits with me strangely when a content creator tells or showcases stories and elements of other individuals that don't consent or are not already on a public platform, right? That's the angle I come at this topic from. Putting produced content on on this platform, monetized, produced, etc. Doing that and sending someone like photos or video of yourself or voice memos and stuff, different to me. And we're all going to have a different stance on this, and that's absolutely okay. We all react to things differently. We all, respond to things differently, and we all have a different set of, morals and ethics and all. We all decide where our line in the stand is, right? For me, doesn't sit well with me to broadcast private content in a public factor, right? It just doesn't sit like well with me. I reflected on this a little bit today because I was listening to the live during the day. Again, the live that I won't be reacting to because it's real sticky and just not cool. It's still currently up, so whether or not it gets pulled down between now and this going uploaded, different thing. But by now, everyone's got a copy and you'll all, like, have seen it, no doubt. I did reflect on this and was thinking about the Amberlynn Reid voice memos about Norma, because even in that instance, it still felt strange to me. It still felt very like this was intended to be a private conversation, and all of a sudden it's public. The same in this regard. The voice notes that Chantal was showcasing were intended to be private. The intent and the content were supposed to be in private. I'm sure this gentleman didn't assume or consent to this information going wild on a public platform. Now, we're talking about it now, which is an okay thing to do because it is a thing that exists on the public platform now. I, however, don't feel comfortable showcasing any of that content because that's just where I fall on it, right? As an audience member, though, having sat through that and listened to it, and then listened to Chantal react to her chat, and her chat saying kind of fucking awful things and making fucking awful assumptions about the gentleman based on his voice and the vague information she gave about this gentleman, him being 5'7", the discussion about Moroccan descent, being from Belgium, like all of those, like it was not cool to listen to. I felt very uncomfortable listening to it, particularly because, again, her chat is a place that I don't go because I care for my mental health. But Foodie not only recognized a lot of the problematic discussion that was happening in the chat, but then responded to it directly without saying, that's not a cool thing to say, right? Or like, that's not nice. Even something as simple as, that's not nice. Like, yeah, there was a lot of that. All of this wrapped in the bow of Foodie, again, 2.5 hours on live, consuming 105, around about, allegedly, milligrams of THC gummies. Cool. So getting into the stage of, like, I don't know whether or not we classify it as inebriation. I don't know. Like, is that the best way to discuss just being high as butts? I'll unpack that later. But yeah, it was just all quite harsh. And yeah, there's discussions to have about like, ooh, sexy time voice messages and context and intent. And no doubt we'll have that in the comments below and have that in the future when eventually I get time to go live. But yeah, that's just where I came at that from. Continue, Chantal.
Oh my god, I can't believe I told you guys that I flashed a trucker. No, a fucking tractor. Ugh.
Oh yeah, we forgot to cover this. Yesterday, I believe it was, again, high as butts, telling us that she really enjoyed flashing truck drivers or people on tractors at some point. She then unpacked, oh, does this make me kinky? I had thoughts of like consent and exhibitionism. Like there are interesting discussions to have around, you know, particularly adult conversations and topics like that. But yeah, she was just saying how she really, really loved flashing truck drivers and men on tractors while high. And in the stories she was telling without the consent of the individuals being flashed, which then, you know, leads you down a path of, you know, what is that considered in regards to, like, are you harassing an individual by doing that? Lots of thoughts going on. Anyway, that's where we're at with Chantal now. It's just where we are.
Oh, Maureen. Oh, it's okay, Maureen. I died. I'm 42 and in school. Exactly. You also said you liked BB's appendage better than Pete's. No, I didn't. They're... This too will pass. Meet him in person.
Can't confirm or deny.
Thank you. This too will pass. Age is just a number. Well, yes and no.
Age is but a number. Age is but a number. Foodie, you need to understand age is just going to happen to everyone. It's going to happen to you, boo. It's going to happen to everyone. We have no control over time. Now, we can control how well we live within the time allocated to us. And we can make sure that, as we progress, as we are awash in the currents of time, that we keep ourselves healthy and happy and all of those really important things. But time is just going to happen.
No appendage on the first date. I know, I should have a dating reality show, but...
This is what she's trying to make her channel, in my mind. The Chantal Show is going to be the Bachelorette Foodie Beauty Edition. That's what she has been doing with this content for the last couple of weeks by introducing all of these side characters, quite shittily, by the way, because she's not giving them, she doesn't need to give them their real names, but she needs to actually build characters that are more than two-dimensional and stop, so much of this discussion is about men. I'm not against having those discussions, but because it's from Chantal's perspective, it all seems very immature. And again, did I say two-dimensional? I really meant one-dimensional. The chat is really one-dimensional in the topics covered, because I'm not sure whether or not the sex talk is just for shock, or if it's just Foodie doesn't have any experience or knowledge in what she talks about, and therefore comes across as, quite unlearned, and then utilizing that unlearnedness to discuss things through with her chat, and that opens up a whole bag of worms in regards to authority when it comes to knowledge and yada yada.
Yum, KB, good for you.
Breathe, Zach.
If it's legal, yeah. Krista. A total player, Amy, really? Cheated on you? Well, I don't want to have a relationship with him, so I don't care. I meet in public. Oh, okay, this too shall pass. Thank you. Oh, dear. Ladybug. Hi, Ladybug. So I think I should go home and do some edibles.
And she did 105 milligrams at last count.
I swear, I fucking swear, if soldier ghosts come out of here. I'm scared. I'm addicted to what? Goodbye, food taster. Have a backup plan. Yay, I heard edibles, Phyllis. Are you going to do them too? Who's going to hang out with me tonight if I do some?
Okay, and that's where we ended up. As I said, that last 2.5 hour live stream, I'm not touching. It was pretty gross, pretty awful, and I'll be interested to see what other people do with that. Honestly, I don't feel comfortable reacting to it as a whole. Obviously did listen to it. I am interested to hear everybody's thoughts about it, but also, lines crossing, discussions about consent versus, public showcasing. Lots of things to unpack. Hopefully we get some Amber content this week as well, because I would love to go live and have a little bit of brevity. How I didn't think I would get to a point where Amber's content was a palate cleanser, but it kind of is in the sphere of reactions for me. Anyway, if you got to this point in the video, thank you so much for joining. As always, I appreciate your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. And I'll see you in the next video and or live stream. Bye!